Gaming, and this is the state of the map, number 2. The state of the map is the state of the map that I am making here. Well, this is it. Got the skybox worked out for the most part. Yeah, I didn't put those there, but we're going to start on this side. I put in a building shed right here. This was taken off of another map, and for the time being, because people were wanting a build shed, and I just thought it was easier just to copy and put it in here. I'll change it all around later, maybe. Finished the road extension this way. Right, actually this was already here. This is that one. The biggest change is to the map is the double main track that I put in. There was a complaint they didn't like the single main line track, they wanted more tracks, so I put in a main double and had the other crossover in there, and it was bad, so I put this one in. So it's gone through a lot of updates this past week. Also started lighting this road since there's stuff on it. Added more trees. 1 foot gauge was put in. Passing track, station track, elevated stations. The works there. 1 foot gauge little build yard, or whatever you want to call that. Added some more prop warehouses, things like that there. Extended this track off of that. The grain elevator track to there. Did some more stuff over here. Added some more props in that refinery. Added a river. Bridges. Started going underground to a mine. People ask, like a subway or whatever. No, it's not really a subway. It's more of a mine than a subway. I guess it could be a subway if you wanted to go that route with it, but I don't know. It could be whatever, but it only goes to there right now. Did some more station work here. Added the signals. Power lines. Road. Yeah, the double lane road was brought down and extended to join up over there. All these signals do work, by the way, all the ones you see lit. An experimental system over here. These do work, by the way. You just spawn in something like a barrel. If you push it past the tower, it turns red. On the other side of the tower, it's green. I mean, if your train's going this way, it doesn't matter. It's green. Just like if it passes here, you know, it's red. So, and when it leaves the block, it's red. Now, when a train enters a new block, like, say this one, it's red. If a train enters, it's in standby mode is red. If it enters this block, it turns green, saying it's okay. If there's a train here out in this block and one enters this block, it will remain red because this one's active. Yada 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 yada. They're experimental. There are known bugs with multiple, cars on a train causing them to flicker from red to green while the train's passing. There's not really anything I can do about that. It's just the whole idea is there and it does work. So yeah. A PlayX theater. Now in the next update I actually have a proper theater thing that I put in here and changed around off some other map that was discontinued, and it's no longer here. It's going to be over here in this area, and this is just a building pad, a concrete pad in the next update. That radio tower is lit. I also added a secret room with the credits and a museum things from part of each railroad community, the old SP1 screenshots, pictures, and credits, and the credit board. is there. Yeah, downtown. Railroad crossing, it sort of works as good as Magnum standards go about working. The principles and ideas are there. There's also this little water fountain from SP1 that I imported in, and though I didn't put the emitter up here to pull the water, and I didn't put water in this, I might go on and do that later. Put like a little pool of water and then have water, the emitters shooting it up off of here and things like that. But yeah, all these umbrellas, things like that. Just a little gazebo, trees. Trying to liven it up. I don't want to do too much detail on this map. I want to give the player the option of detailing things themselves. Hence is why a lot of the buildings in this part of town over here, these two buildings mainly, have absolutely no props in them at all, I don't think. I think there's a train ticket machine in one of these buildings. I think it's this one. Yeah, there's a train ticket machine. But it gives the option. I do need to put more lights in this building over here. Upstairs is fine, but downstairs I need to put some more in. But it gives the player the option of filling this in with their own stuff for their own role-playing needs. I don't want to like prefabricate all of this and no one like it. So I'm leaving these options open for those buildings. This building doesn't have as many floors, only one floor in this. Just like this one, you know, it's open here. Wow. Well, this is what testing is for, and well, I had no idea that was open like that. Interesting. Alright, well, I can fix that. That ain't a problem. We'll be fixing that in the next map, I guess. Update. The next map update. And the biggest thing is there will no longer be any daily updates because you're starting a server every day to update. It's just annoying as fuck. So it's going to be weekly updates. And usually you can expect maps to come out to be updated once a week, probably on a Friday, early Friday. That way it's ready for Friday evening. Or Thursday night. That way the weekend we'll have a new map. If there's no map update, then there's just not one. And the reason for that is either the map doesn't have to have one or I'm not able to post one. Train building communities, I encourage you guys to leave comments and recommendations, suggestions, any kind of bugs that I have missed. I just found this one. You know, any kind of bugs like bad track or something that is going to be prompting an immediate correction, not something like that building has a gap under the floor that can wait. You know, it's not affecting the operation, the railroad operations of the map. If there's any bad tracks or something like that that I have missed that present themselves, I encourage you to let me know so I can fix these problems. I don't want to let it go and then hear about it once it's too late. You know, things like if, say, one of these lights are not working, or, you know, all my lights have this volumetric effect, if you've noticed. Every one of them. It's a nice effect. All but these. These don't have it. These are indoor lights. They wouldn't have that. But all the outdoor ones, like the street lamps, and this doesn't have it either. But they all have an entity effect where you look at it, it's like really bright. You know, it's like from... But I used effect lighting. But if something's not working properly, like say these, I know these don't have the volumetric rays like those do over there, because they're not meant to be intensified like say these at the bus stop or street lights. But I mean, if there's any obvious bugs, it's going to affect the play of the map, like bad tracks that are causing trains to derail, or just horribly rough road that's just, you know, not supposed to be, or there's something wrong, cars are falling through the bridge, or, you know, something wrong with the physics. Let me know immediately and it'll be fixed, and then that will prompt an immediate update. I can't guarantee that other train build servers will update the map immediately, but my server, Elfnet Raillink, automatically updates. And in fact, it updates to the new map before Workshop does, because I go on and I don't have my server subscribed to my own map. I put, well, actually it is, but I don't have it enabled to update. That way I can manually put the file on and run it in that live environment, and then I'll update Workshop. That's so I can test it. I try to test it single player. Weird shit happens. Like my skybox is gone because I have Atmos installed, and some problems with my prop core and stuff on single player is just weird. So I'll load it to my server before I load it to Workshop and run it, make sure it's running, and if everything's okay that I can see, then I'll update Workshop. And then, but my server is always up to date after I do a map update. So in case anyone's wondering, if you can't connect to, say, a server because the server you normally go on because they haven't updated yet, because, well, they just don't have time. They have lives, man. And that's understandable. My time of operation may vary from theirs. I think maybe they're on the other side of the planet or something, or they have other things they do besides watch for map updates. And if you really wanted to play the map, and your client side automatically updates the map and you can't connect because of map difference, you could always come here and give it a go and until they update theirs. Now, I'm not trying to draw anybody's players off of their server, but I try to get along with everybody, and it's here if you want to play it. I did have more trees. That's an option. I still need to put a concrete platform here, but it doesn't affect the play of the map to have a missing plate under here, or like that space there between the two concrete. That it doesn't affect anything because the tracks are aligned, even though the concrete is out of alignment. That's just a no-draw brush is why you're seeing through it. I can go in and I'll fix that too. And that's why I'm relying on the train build community to test these maps, to come in, mainly to come into my server after an update, because you may not be able to connect your normal server because they haven't updated. You could come in here and do it. And if you find any little things like that, say, okay, well, this isn't aligned right, maybe you didn't see it, just make a note and send me a message about it, put a message in the map comments or this video's comments or whatever, and just let me know, where it's at. If I'm in the game, or you tell me to come to the server and look, and you show me, and I'll show me little things like this that you may have found. Now, if it's something that, like I said, is affecting the operation on the rails, the main meat of the map, the tracks, immediately let me know, and that will force me to fix it and force a new update immediately to repair it, because that's critical. I mean, I consider all the tracks here critical as opposed to what the tracks are on, or the roads or props and things like that. So yeah, this is the state of the map so far. I still got to work on a 3D skybox. I used to know how to do it, and I forgot, so I got to take myself back to school with it, doing it. Yes, I'm aware that this texture just cuts off here. It's because I took displacement out, and I need to go back and spray this. But oh no. But yeah, that's the state of the map so far. And as always, guys, leave a like and a comment and subscribe. It is all painless. It's free of charge. And I will see you guys in the next video.